What's going on, guys? Bonafide Hustler here.
Breaking Profit.
The College Picker.
What's up, guys? It's Ryan Roots.
All right, so welcome to the show. This is a Green Room Hangout, and this hangout is how to make money while traveling. We have a special guest, Ryan Roots, right here, and we can't wait to get to the broadcast. I'm the Bonafide Hustler. I reside in Austin, Texas. I think you know my story. Anyways, check out the Green Room University. It's the second link down below. But I want to get to our guest. Let's introduce Raiken Profit real quick, then College Picker, and then we'll get to our guest. Raiken, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man? Good to be back in Connecticut. My name's Steve Raiken, 30 years old, live in Connecticut, sell on eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, Shopify, and the list goes on and on. Pumped up for this show as well because I've watched a couple of Ryan's videos, and I got to say they are very, very entertaining and educational, so should be a ton of fun. And he's got a cool backdrop too.
Palette backdrop is awesome. My name's Eric. A lot of people in the YouTube space know me as College Picker. I've been daily vlogging for 100 days coming up tomorrow. Resale related, travel related, crazy bike related, Japan related, everything related. Just got back from Austin. I am residing now in Florida for the next couple of months, I think, before the next trip or whatever goes on. Sell on eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, and I'm really excited for this show too because Ryan seems like a traveler, and I really like that. That's cool.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. And hey, guys, I am Ryan Roots. I'm one half of Rally Roots. Allison had a mouth operation, so she can't join me on the show. But I am excited to be here. And yeah, I do really like to travel. We are online resellers as well. We sell on eBay, Amazon, FBA, and we do wholesale. And that is what we do.
All right. So this is the guest of the night. You can check out the channel down below. It's the first link down below in the description. And we will make sure that you, we'll give you many times during the broadcast, Ryan, to blast the YouTube channel. Hey, by the way, Ryan, the Instagram, What is that under? Rally Roots, right?
It's under Rally Roots. Yeah, everything is under Rally Roots. It's R-A-L-L-I Roots, R-O-T-S.
Okay, because when I search in YouTube, I just put Ryan Roots and then Rally Roots comes up. So I guess it just kind of goes hand in hand.
Both of them will pull up. I used to do, when I first started doing the YouTube channel, it was all under Ryan Roots. And then Allison started wanting to be on the channel more. So we just changed everything to Rally because we are in it together. We're a 50-50 partnership in the business.
Okay, when are you going to dye your hair purple?
Combined.
When am I going to dye my hair purple? Actually, if you watch in one of the videos, I put on a purple wig when Allie was gone.
I remember that. No, because you said because you played her role in the introduction, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Someone watched the video. Anyway, so yeah, that's the guest for tonight. Let's go right into the outline real quick, which is what sort of, I know you said the avenues before. Let's clarify that. What avenues do you resell on right now, Ryan?
Okay, so eBay is how we started, so we will always sell on eBay. That's where we sell most of like the used stuff that we get, the stuff from garage sales and thrift stores and that kind of stuff. And then we also sell on Amazon. We only do FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. We don't do any merchant stuff right now. And that'll be most of like the new in-box stuff we like to move on Amazon. And then the third portion of our business, which makes up about 25 to 30% of what we do, is wholesale, meaning we will buy in bulk and then break that bulk up into smaller bulk, and we sell those lots on to other resellers. Usually it's sold on to other Amazon sellers. And the main reason we even started doing that model was because we were gated in certain categories on Amazon. And we figured there's probably people who are not gated. So we started selling to those people.
Okay. What would stop those people from just ordering wholesale like you do?
Well, they don't have the connections. So we have connections with particular distributors that they don't have.
Okay, cool. Let me ask you this. Do you kind of cherry pick some of the good stuff out of the wholesale lot first?
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Very good.
Yeah, if we can make more margin, obviously, selling it ourselves, then we will. But the goal is just to move the product as quickly as possible. And
you have these people on speed dial, right?
Yeah, I mean, the wholesale side of things is literally full with people waiting to buy. So we can't get the stuff fast enough to sell it on. It's just, it's a seller's market right now. As soon as we get stuff, there's people who want it.
Okay. So I think people that are watching this right now, they heard the thrift store thing, they heard the garage sale thing. Now they're hearing this wholesale thing. The wholesale thing, do you have to have the big space, or can someone run the wholesale thing out of like a house or a garage or something like that?
No, you can definitely run it. I mean, we only have this space because we outgrew our house, which was a 2-car garage and a little bedroom that we're running stuff out of. But we didn't even get a warehouse until we were doing $10,000 a month in profit. So you can 100% run it out of your home. In fact, I suggest waiting as long as you possibly can, because you don't need the overhead. If you can avoid getting the overhead, then don't do it, you know?
Yeah, right. Can you shout out maybe 3 companies that if someone wants to start with a wholesale kind of thing, or maybe look into these bulk kind of orders, could you shout out maybe 3 sites to look at?
Okay, so there's definitely online websites that you can get wholesale from. We do things a little bit different. We have worked with some online sites. There's like Bulk. Bulk is like a 50-50 chance. I don't really like them that much. There's Liquidation. There's some government surplus websites that are really good. But the way that we like to buy in bulk is we look for local deals instead of doing it online. So we literally go and pound the pavement and look for local distributors that we can basically buy their scraps. That's how our business works. So to the point where we've worked with distributors before who, let's say they have 10,000 units of one product, and they sell 9,500 of those units to a retail store, and they have 500 left over for whatever reason. We have relationships where they will call us and we will buy that product from them.
So you said pound the pavement. Like that means you just walk, like you just kind of, what are you doing here, man?
It's making connections. It's calling people. It's going to auctions. It's going and finding the people that are buying huge amounts of product and just working with them. It honestly is just making the right connections. And the biggest thing that I can say is one, don't jump into wholesale if you're not ready to jump into wholesale. And number 2 is make sure you have the free cash available, because the worst thing possible is finding the product and then not being able to afford it. You'll just look bad. You know what I mean?
That must be so embarrassing.
So you get the phone call, right? And then it's like, you got to have the money. Like you got to be ready to jump on it like then and there.
You have to be. Is there a
timeline? Like 24 hours to buy and pay?
Immediately. These guys, you're dealing with a business. You're not dealing with a person. You know what I mean? So if you don't have the cash to buy the stuff, they have people lined up that they can call. The reason they call us is we pay the most. And that is one thing that I will say is, we've even taken a little bit of a loss to develop a relationship just so that that person will call us first on the next order.
Okay.
So it's an easy way to get into local wholesale instead of, taking a chance on stuff online or importing stuff from China or whatever you're trying to do. It's a more of an easier way to get into bulk buying, I think, anyway.
Interesting. There was a comment in the green room, or should I say a post in the green room yesterday maybe about, considering doing wholesale, what kind of quality do you have to build networking kind of skills, right? Yeah. So we'll start off with Eric real quick. What do you think some of those qualities, like name one quality, Eric, to building a strong networking kind of skill? It doesn't matter really wholesale, it's just networking in general. Eric, what would you say one of those qualities is?
Just being like a likable person. Like if you're going to be a dirtbag to a bunch of people, no one's going to want to do business with you.
Okay. Steve, what about you?
I would say presentation and credibility as well. If you present yourself in a professional manner, I think that'll definitely help.
Okay. And then let's go with Ryan here. Give us 2 real quick that are not the same that we just heard.
I would say you have to know how to negotiate. And probably the biggest tip I can give is you have to ask for the business. The biggest thing that people forget to do is just ask for the business. Can I have the deal? Will you take this amount? Instead of beating around the bush and trying to finesse a deal, just say, hey, here's $5,000. Will you take it? It's pretty simple.
Oh, interesting. And I want to shout out Thrifty Treasures, who just super chatted $5 in there. Good stuff. Loving it. Good. Ryan, you might have a secret admirer from this side right here.
Let's go.
When the show started, it was in the comment feed, and this is kind of funny. And I can joke with Tanya, but she's like, I'm ready for the eye candy. So that's good, right? One of us 4, maybe this is the whole bag of Skittles here. Who knows what's going on? Anyway, it was good to see Tanya at the meetup. Ryan, we should have seen you at the meetup, man. You should have come to our meetup, dude.
Was it in Austin?
It was in Austin.
I love Austin. I really do. We have some good friends out there. We are actually thinking about maybe getting a place out there and spending a few months out of the year.
Really? Yeah, Austin's not that good anymore, actually. It's not that good, actually. Yeah, it sucks now. You shouldn't come down here. It just started sucking like 5 seconds ago, actually.
I don't know. This garage sales were pretty fire when I was out there.
Yeah, this is a terrible town, guys. All you guys out there, like Austin sucks super bad. Florida's where it's at. Like wherever he is, like go move over there. That's where you want to go. So okay, so that's interesting that you do all that kind of stuff. Let's kind of backtrack a little bit and go, where did you and ask the question, where did you get the reselling knack from? Just like the first thing that you were sold, was it like taught from your parents, or you saw someone flip something or a TV show? Where did you get the knack?
So actually, let's do this. My very first sale on eBay was when I was 14 years old. And what I sold was, my dad was working in the timeshare industry, selling timeshare, like for resorts, in Orlando. And there were a lot of people that were trying to get out of their timeshare. So my dad wrote it was like a 25-page book on how to get out of your timeshare. And what I did is at 14 years old, I converted it to an ebook. And this was when you could sell ebooks on eBay. And I literally ran auctions selling the book on eBay. And I was making anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 a month.
Oh my God!
selling my dad's book, and the best part is he didn't even know I was doing.
Oh my God! Plagiarism.
Yeah,
no, that's awesome.
Until he's obviously a 14-year-old making some money. He was like, "Where are you getting this money from?" And at that point, being a true entrepreneur, my dad was like, "Just like give me a cut," So. But yeah, that was my first experience with eBay, and then I stopped it and finished school, and then went straight into sales. But where the reselling came about from the second time is I had started a social media management company, and that's what my background is in. I've had 3 companies, 2 of them SEO and website design, and then the other one social media management. The last company that I had was social media management, and I built it up to, it was a decent company. We had like 28 employees, 2 offices in Florida, but I was working like 80 hours a week nonstop, and I wasn't even taking a paycheck. I was literally putting everything back into the business, and it was draining the life out of me, literally draining the life out of me, and I just wasn't feeling fulfilled. So Allison was like, you need to do something. Allison's my wife. She was like, you need to do something. You're driving me crazy. So we sold that business we broke even on it, didn't make any money, didn't lose any money. And then we were sitting at home, Allison and I, for like 3 months, basically trying to figure out the next move, brainstorming, deciding if we wanted to open another business or how we wanted to do it. And then one Saturday morning, we were literally like, let's just take a couple $100 out to garage sales and see what we can find to sell on eBay. So that's how it started. A Saturday morning, we took $200 out. We spent the entire $200. And in a week, we had turned that $200 into $400. And then we took that money and we went out again, and we continued to use our profits to build capital. And we started the business literally with $200. And my business mindset, when I saw the margins on the stuff that we were buying, my business mindset said, how do we scale this, right? So how do we go from garage sales making 100% profit to buying in bulk, making 100, still trying to hit that 100% profit? How do we do that? So then, we started taking the profits and looking at how we could scale the business up. And that's where we are now.
Cool. Very good. Yeah. Shout out to Book Boss in the comments who just super chatted $2 into the super chat. That was awesome. Man, you're bringing some super chats this way, Ryan.
Sweet.
Very interesting.
Send more.
Send more. So right now you have a warehouse, right? You have Allie there helping you with all this stuff. Any other employees?
So when we go on vacation, we bring help in. And then we have brought help in when we've got big lots that we need to get out quickly. But recently, actually at the end of this month, we're hiring our first full-time manager, and she will be managing our eBay business, which will free us up to focus on other things.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So your ideal items to source and your primary source of items, is it the wholesale thing or is it the garage sale thrift thing?
The ideal source of item would be anything we can make money on.
Oh, really? Man, yeah, that was a surprising answer there.
we're not picky, honestly. The niche buying for us is not, if we can make our margin on something, we'll buy it. As long as it's a fast selling item and we can get that money, put the money out and get it back quickly, we will buy it. So everything from, we love to go to garage sales. We love to go to thrift stores. We like to go to auctions. We like to do the wholesale thing. So anything from used clothing to high-end electronics to medical to, I mean, a few months ago, I bought like super high-end gun scopes that were selling for like $2,500 a piece. So really anything from a $25 item to a $5,000 item, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But like if it came down to like one thing, you're like, oh, if these are always gold. I love finding this. This is instant money. What would that one item be? And your proficiency is super high. What would that be?
In bulk or just one item in particular?
Well, let's say like, you know, I don't know, in bulk and one item. One item, you're like, all right, what is it? A GoPro? Is it this? Or what is it?
Vintage clothing would be the one thing that we look for. We like to find those like 1980s, 1990s vintage.
Oh, that stuff always sells super
clothing.
fast.
Yeah, it flies off the shelves. And then in bulk, medical. So anything like, honestly, we've bought overstock, like over-the-counter medicine, and we're able to flip that, or healthcare stuff. We're able to flip that to other Amazon sellers very quick.
Whoa,
Super
pharmacy boy, come into the chat real quick. What's going on here?
All
no
those,
pharmaceuticals.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
There were people like Broncaid, people selling Broncaid and Sudafed to the, like, I think it's eventually going to meth heads, but yeah, there's margins in it.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Yeah, don't get into the Broncaid game, but diabetes test strips and diabetes test strips and the Lancets are pretty good money.
For sure.
So the medical stuff and the medical stuff in bulk, the vintage clothing as a thrift and maybe garage sale thing.
Yeah.
In your opinion, these are just very fast kind of moving things.
Correct.
Do you come across these things a whole lot though?
All the time, every day.
All the time, every day. See, I always thought that like in Florida or maybe Naples or right. Is it Eric that told me that it's like, you know, people go there to retire, so you find all kinds of like stuff in estate sales. Eric, correct me if I'm wrong. Or
yeah, it's a retirement state. You're gonna find all this like really old stuff, and people are constantly dying. So there's estate sales, like it's getting cycles.
It's true. No, but listen, we live about 15 minutes north of a place called Sun City Center, which is literally a giant retirement community.
I had a rotation at that hospital, a geriatrics rotation.
Yes.
There's a Goodwill right on the other side of 75 that I went to.
Yeah. So
right?
yes. Yeah, that Goodwill's pretty good. So we've literally gone to Sun City Center and cleaned out entire estate sales because the stuff's so good. And you know what I will say, one of the great things about living in Florida is you have these northern people coming and retiring down in Florida, and they bring their heavy coats and jackets and leather stuff with them. Love buying that stuff because we can get it dirt cheap. Nobody
knows anything about it, and they have no market for it. Like
I always wondered how it got over there.
Yeah. All these New Yorkers coming down bringing it to me.
It's awesome.
Well, it looks like Ryan's good looks is bringing in the heat with like these
dude
coming in.
Super chat city in the house right now. Ryan, what in the world is it the palette behind him or is it?
I don't know.
My goal, I'm gonna get Ryan somehow to blush on this show. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do it. And by the way, lots of comments in the feed about how beautiful Allie is. So got yourself a good lady there.
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah, you guys have a great dynamic on camera. It's amazing.
Is she watching the show, Ryan?
I appreciate it. I don't know, actually. Probably not. She's probably playing with our puppies.
Oh, well, that's good too.
Yeah,
dog life.
So, at what point did you decide working for yourself was the right way to live life?
In high school. So, the way that I came about was in high school. I had very good grades and I did well on the SATs, but I knew that I didn't want to go to college. Nothing against college. I think that if you're going to school for the right reasons, I think it's great. For me, that wasn't what I wanted to do. So straight out of high school, I went into sales. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to try to build as much money as I possibly could and then start a business. And from high school, I went into sales, excuse me. And it was door-to-door sales.
Door-to-door?
Yes.
Raiken, is that the right kind of sales in today's world?
Man, I've done it before in the past. And,
you have not done it.
It wasn't sales, but when I was doing real estate at a time and I was a bird dog and we would knock doors for hours at a time. And I could tell you come across some very interesting situations.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I would say this. If you're like 18, 19 years old and you don't know what to do, go and sell stuff door to door. you'll either burn out really fast or you'll make a bunch of money, but either way you'll learn some of the best sales skills that you could possibly learn, because you literally have to sell somebody in 3 seconds at their door. So that's what I did. That's how I started developing sales skills. And it was honestly really fun in Florida because I would go and work. I was very lazy with it. I would go out with my friends and work like 3 hours and make a few $100s and then go to the mall and spend the money. And that's how I lived my life for a little while. And then I had the opportunity to go with the company out to California. So I spent a year out in Southern California building a team out there. And then the company like imploded basically. And they stopped paying the people that were working for me. So I paid them out of pocket and I lost like $10,000. And then I came back to Florida with basically nothing. So I had to start completely from scratch at that point. And I started working in timeshare with my dad. And that went well for a while again, and then it stopped going well. And that, honestly, to answer your question, at that point, that is when it finally clicked for me that I have to take this into my own hands. I either will succeed or fail, but at least it'll be my efforts and I'm not, working for somebody else. So that's what I did. I started my first company after leaving that resort, and that company failed miserably. But I learned very valuable lessons, and I picked myself back up and I started a second company, and that company crashed and burned pretty quickly. But I learned lessons and I picked myself back up, and I started my third company, and that company was very successful. We built it up over a year period, and we sold it for a very decent profit. And then I took that money and we moved to Australia for a year, and we started the same company in Australia, and built that one up and sold it and came back to America.
When you said in your video that Australia is like 10 years behind in tech, that made me laugh so hard because I was, they have like this she'll be right mentality, and like none of them are techies or anything, and they're just like way behind.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I went to Japan and I was riding a bicycle with Australian, and he had this like all this old tech, and I'm like, this is all so old. Why are you still hanging on to it? And
they don't care. They're such funny people. I love Australians. They're great people. But especially where we were on the west coast of Australia, the west coast is like 5 years behind the east coast of Australia. So
Perth,
Perth. So when we got to Perth, people were like, Google, what's Google? They literally still use the phone. I'm not kidding. So for us, it was easy to come in and say, hey, we can get you on Google.
Cool. Well, let's take one little micro break real quick to retouch your YouTube channel, which they can find you at what? Go ahead.
It's Rally Roots. Yeah, you can just search Rally Roots on YouTube and you'll see all of our videos. Please go subscribe. We put out videos all the time. And honestly, YouTube has become a lot of fun for me. It's kind of like an outlet. I do all the editing of the videos, and I'm super picky with digital content. So I edit them kind of down to fine tune them a bit. So we do a lot of vlogs and a lot of haul videos and stuff.
You got a lot of really well manicured stuff. Your social media I really appreciate your social media. It's really good.
That's my background.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Eric has a very intense front lighting situation going on to where he looks like a ghost.
Yeah, I'm in a makeup studio, honestly.
College picker Casper going on here. All right. So real quick, go subscribe to his and her channel down below. It's the first link down below in the description right there. So we'll get right back into the we got some questions. Let's ask a question. Yeah, let's ask Ryan some questions here. There's a remark right here that says, it's kind of funny. Ryan, I want to like read it to you. So it's from Ryan Madison. Sure. And he goes, if you look at Ryan's face alone, he looks like a nice guy, but his arms alone look really scary.
They are. That is a mess of a tattoo, right? I even got the elbow done, which never get your elbow tattooed. It's the worst pain you'll ever feel.
And shout out to we got another super chat coming in. So the previous super chat was $5 from Lisa Hernandez. Thank you very much. We also have another one that just came in from Dwayne Hale, aka Mothership Products. Good to see you, Dwayne. Says been a while. Great info still. Thank you so much. Go subscribe to Mothership's Products channel. I think if I'm correct, Mothership's Products gets on a show with maybe Glenn and like the other guy from Garage Flips. Maybe I'm mistaken, but go check out that channel, Mothership Products. He's starting to make videos regularly. Okay, and hey, Raiken, We need the special Raiken touch to get people to hit the like button somehow. We have 162 people watching right now. I want to see this thing go to 100 and literally, what is the Drake song? 0 to 100 real quick. So we're gonna do like real 0 quick. Real quick. I want it in like 10 seconds, man. I want it in 10 seconds. Everyone hit the like button.
Smash
the show.
The like button.
Yeah,
smash it to pieces. What was the other? What were we calling it last time?
Cremate it.
Cremate the like button.
The like button. Jeez, pulverize that thing, man. We can like take it out to the ocean and just start off, into the ocean. Ryan Madison says today's giveaway will be Chris's white 4Runner. Maybe not. Anyway, but please hit the like button. We're gonna get right back into the interview. And if you have just a question that you got to ask Ryan right now, we'll screen the questions. We'll try to get a couple in there.
I'm watching it.
Yeah, okay, watch it, Raiken. You better watch that. All right. So anyway, Ryan, I want to see you at the next Green Room Hangout, by the way. I'm
down. Absolutely.
You gotta be there, man. Bring the wifey, bring the puppies.
No worries.
Bring the pallets, all that stuff, man. Just bring it. And bring all the people.
I wasn't expecting that.
Because that's what bring all the people's stuff from Florida that are dying right now. Anyway, so let's talk about let's kind of blast through some of these real quick. These questions on the outline because I think they're very important because we're going to eventually end up into the how to make money while you're traveling kind of thing. Do you agree with or disagree with this statement? There are clear benefits to having a job, as in like security. Do you kind of agree with that?
No.
Sweet. All right. Well, you have to explain that then.
It's just a different take on things. A job is saying I'm only worth this amount of money and that's all I will be worth for the rest of my life, and then I die. So I would rather do anything else than have a job at this point.
Okay. How'd you meet Allie, your wife?
We went to high school together, but we weren't friends.
Why weren't you friends? Were you like, okay, what clique were you in? What clique was she in?
So Allie was very smart and in band, and she was in like AP honors classes and stuff. And I was in wrestling and advanced weight training, and we were just different people. I was kind of a jock, and she was kind of a band geek.
You noticed her back then?
Yeah, no, we were friends for a little while. She was always friends with my older brother, and then after like 2 years after high school, we reconnected. But yeah, I was actually at her 16th birthday party.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Cool.
Man, is that like the kind of thing where people get shoved in the closet and it's like 10 seconds, 10 minutes or whatever? Anyway, all right. I've been watching so many 80s movies.
10 minutes in heaven.
There's a part in Teen Wolf where they do that. Anyone ever seen Teen Wolf?
Like one time.
Oh, it's a good movie. Anyway, there's a scene in that movie. I know I'm not the only person that's seen this movie where the girl comes out and her like back of her shirt's all shredded up. Anyway, she comes out of the closet. So let's. I probably dated myself just with that one statement. That's okay though. So let's talk about the lifestyle stuff. We're going to go to the really good questions, right, Raiken? Because these are the best questions of all time. Lifestyle, balance, like this is where the travel and the money starts coming in, the fitness, the hobbies.
I'm excited.
So, yeah, this is what makes, I think, everybody tick. If lifestyle doesn't make you tick, something is absolutely wrong with your life. I'm going to tell you right now. You got to have balance. You have to be chasing a perfect lifestyle. Because if something is, you ever seen the scale when it's like way down in one area, you want that scale to be balanced. You know what I'm talking about. So how important is it to carve out a lifestyle, Ryan, whether it be travel, fitness, hobbies, or? I think it's hugely important. You have to have a balance in life 100%. Having a lot of money and having no life is not the way to live. Having a bunch of money and having no health is not the right way to live. So, and people's goals are different for everybody, but for us, that balance is making sure that we can stay healthy, making sure that we can travel as much as we possibly can, get away, and still make money while we're traveling. And then for us, it's not about making $1 billion. We're not trying to be the next Mark Zuckerberg. And again, if that's what you're trying to do, that's fine. It takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication. For us, we honestly just want to make enough money to be comfortable, and then enough money to travel. That's it. Okay. How many trips do you do a year usually? Do you have like a? Sorry, Raiken. I had to cut.
I had a good one, man. It was.
Okay.
No, you go. No.
Okay. My question was gonna be how many trips a year do you take? But let's let Raiken have his question first to see if it's any better than my question.
Okay.
Well, my buddy and I, we did an exercise the other day because
this is a terrible question.
People always say, I want to make plenty of money until I'm comfortable, but people don't really know. Like, so I went through an exercise where I wrote down like kind of like a low end life, a medium, and like a high end, like everything I wanted. And I like wrote down all the numbers. Like, have you ever done that exercise? Like, what do you need to live that life? Like, do you have a number in your head?
We don't need much, but it's more, what do we want to be able to do the things that we want to do and be able to travel and stuff. And for us, that amount is about $500,000 a year. That way we can still be comfortable and still take care of certain people that we're trying to take care of, and still travel as much as we want to travel.
Okay. We have another, these super chats are just flying in here. Superman 847. I've seen this this handle on here many times in the shows. It says, subscriber of all 4 of you, been watching for a long time.
Yeah.
I just want to thank you for all your great content and advice. It is appreciated. Man, I feel like we're just, this is an extension of our green room meetup, Raiken. Like we just like attracted like all the good people, you know? Yeah. So, but yeah, lifestyle is really important. Travel, fitness, hobbies, etc. Yeah. Hey, let's get to my question, which is clearly better. Which is, how many times a year do you make it a point to do 3 trips a year, 4 trips a year, once a quarter? Like,
it's more of a time thing. So we try to take like a minimum of 5 weeks a year to go and travel. This year is a little bit more than that. We'll end up being about 2 months away total. But we try to get away at least a month to 5 weeks a year. Yeah. Okay,
that's good. So is that about enough time to keep your brain kind of like, yeah, we're seeing different countries and different places?
So the interesting thing about America is that it's one of the only westernized countries that only takes 2 weeks of vacation a year.
It's so bad.
And if that, and it is, and doing that is incredibly unhealthy. There's a whole bunch of studies done about it. It hurts your heart. You're super stressed out. Honestly, traveling and taking a little bit of time off is so good for your body and your mind, and then you can come back refreshed. But it's just strange to me. Like, for example, in Australia, one of the things that we had to get used to over there was the country literally shuts down for almost the entire month of December. Like, people just don't.
Oh, wow.
People just take, and then even part-time employees over there, our part-time employees got 4 weeks vacation a year. It's just what you do. It's natural to do that in other countries. In America, we stress ourselves out and we work working hard is great, right? But the way that we like to do things is we like to work as hard as we possibly can and then go and take a week or 2 or 3 and clear our minds and then come back fresh. I think you have to do that to stay sane.
That is very interesting. It reminds me of this movie I watched. I think it was on Amazon Prime, but it was called Where to Invade Next. I just told my the person that I work out with like last week to watch it. It's called Where to Invade Next. It's a Michael Moore film, and I got to tell you, it'll shed a lot of light with what you just said as just one of the facets that they cover in that show. But it's a movie. It's called Where to Invade Next. Just trust me. You heard it from here. You heard it from me first. It's a badass movie. I'm telling you. But they allude, they don't allude, but they interview some of the Italians, right? And the Italians get like some absurd amount of vacation a year, like some ridiculous amount. And like maternity leave is 5 months. Raiken, did you hear that? Raiken, it's time to get pregnant. I'm serious. Like
we're in our own little bubble of like workaholics. It's so bad.
Yeah.
So I just need to walk around with like a really big distended like fake stomach thing. I'll be, I'm pregnant, and in 5 weeks, 5 months off. And anyway, so go check out that movie. It is really good. So let's talk about now, how can you list out some simple ways people can start opening up their lives to more happiness and just a little bit more living?
Sure. I think one of the easiest things you can do, besides financially, if you're not in a position to try to get more money, one of the easiest things you can do that's free is take care of your health. Wake up in the morning and work out to try to focus on eating right, and you'll be very surprised if you wake up in the morning and you just 35-minute walk in the morning, and then after you sit down and you think about all the things that and you think about the people that mean the most to you. If you stay out that way, it is so hard to have a bad day. Because you're already in the mindset of my endorphins are up because I've worked out, and positive because I'm thinking of all the things that I care about. For free, that costs you nothing,
Okay. Yeah. So I guess I'm assuming that you start your day off with something physical. Yes or no?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. What time do you usually wake up, Ryan?
Ooh, that depends. Usually, I'm not a super early riser. I wake up, I work out, and get ready for the day.
Okay. Cool. Let's go into how exactly do you make money while traveling? How long are the trips typically? So about 5 weeks, like 5 1-week trips, or maybe a 2-weeker, something like that.
So the last trip that we took was 4 weeks. So we took a month off. Yeah.
Good Lord. How do you even come back to a business with that kind of mentality, man? 4 weeks off?
It's so refreshing.
Still kind of working a little bit while you're there. It is, honestly. If you've never taken that long off, it is really nice. You know what's that kind of time off is at the end of the trip, you're not thinking, oh man, I wish I still had more time. I wish the vacation continued on. You're thinking, wow, that was a really great trip. I'm ready to go home and get back to work, you know?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, we did Iceland, Ireland, Scotland, England. That was the last trip that we did. We did a week in each place.
Nice. So how did you make money? I know you made a video about this, but how did you make money in those 4 weeks while you were away?
Okay, so there's 2 ways that we made money. The bad part about when we go away like that is that the wholesale side of things kind of stops because we like to be hands-on with that. But the first main way that we make money when we travel is before we go, like a week before we go, we'll basically get as much Amazon FBA inventory as we possibly can. And then we do a big shipment to Amazon before we leave so that while we're on vacation, we have Amazon sales coming in and we're making money that way. So that's number one. That's really easy because it doesn't take really any effort while you're on vacation, just answering questions on Amazon or whatever. The second way is our eBay store. What we do with our eBay store, or what we did in this case, was we changed our handling. We didn't put it on vacation mode. We changed our handling time to 5 days. And then we had the person who's coming to work full time for us, she came in every few days and she shipped our stuff for us that had sold. Now, when you do that, when you change your handling time that drastically, you're definitely not going to get as many sales. So make sure that you're prepared for that. But it is nice to still have some income coming in from eBay while you're on vacation.
Okay, cool. And then there was the stock stuff too, right?
Yeah, we do trade in the stock market a little bit. Stock trading for us is just kind of like extra money. We don't use that as income that just stays in the market. And again, it is fairly new. So I don't want to give anybody advice on stock trading because we're so new to it. I wouldn't want to tell you something that isn't. The only good advice I can give on stock trading is we use the Robinhood app, which is a really good app. I like it. It's not good for day trading if that's what you want to do, but for swing trading like us, there's no fees. So
I have a question about the app.
We're not paid by Robinhood.
All right, Casper has a question real quick.
Shut up, dude. All right. The last time my girlfriend got on the Robinhood app and I was like playing with it and I couldn't see a dividend. Like I went to look at Ford and I was like, okay, where's the dividend on here? Does it show dividends now? Did they update it or does it not show dividends at all?
Oh, you have to do your research outside of the app.
Okay, so it doesn't show
pretty much. No, the only thing it'll show is price trending history, basically for five years. So you do have to do your research.
Yeah, that's what I had saw, and I was like, why doesn't the app show the dividend? That's like a really important thing. If somebody doesn't see a dividend, that's kind of stupid. But yeah, it's just for trading. I understand. It's simplicity.
Yeah, they have a system. Yeah, but it's good. It's for someone new to trading. I think it's a low barrier entry type app.
Okay. One second. We're going to pause for 1 second. Ryan, I don't know if you have any other devices going on in your background, but you're getting a little choppy.
No, it's this right here. We have a storm right over us. It's
yeah. Am I?
Yeah.
Well,
it's
if your phone's on Wi-Fi, just take the Wi-Fi out, just for the show, or it could be the storm thing that he's talking about.
It is the storm. I'm like looking outside, and I was like, there has to be.
That does not look like cheddar weather in my book at all, man.
Dude, it's
sorry.
all like
zero cheddar.
Thank you, Powder, for showing me that.
Shut up, dude! It's all this light.
You don't even know. Did you even get that reference, CP?
Casper?
No, Powder. I called you Powder.
Powder, yeah.
Okay, there's a movie called Powder with. Okay,
I just thought because like powdered sugar's white.
Okay, well, yeah. Anyway, what light is that CP? Let's make sure that none of us order that thing.
It's a makeup studio, dude. It's like her whole entire makeup studio.
What are you doing, man?
You are actually at a makeup studio.
I told you it's a makeup studio. Look at that.
Wow.
Eric, I'll give you some of my super chat money if you just put a little bit of lipstick on. Just a dab. All right.
How much super chat money do we need to get for him to put lipstick on?
I don't even know what the super chat. This super chat thing is brand new to me. When I came back to the States, I had no idea there was a super chat until today.
There's always, see, Ryan, when you come onto a green room show, there's always going to be one moment that like
they just troll me.
Like, no, it's not that they just troll. It's like the show will start falling apart pretty rapidly. I think we just reached that one part.
Okay. That's fine.
Anyway,
how many likes do we have to get, Eric, to get?
Oh, jeez, I knew Steve was going to figure out something.
It's not my lipstick. I'm not going to put on her lipstick.
No one's going to know, Eric.
They're right here.
The show, dude. Okay.
We'll keep it. We'll keep it a secret.
Yeah, we'll keep it a secret. We'll just establish Raiken has to be 130 likes. Okay.
Let's get back to the questions now.
130 likes.
I want to hear more about these trips, man.
No, we want to see something else. Okay, so let's talk about. Let me ask you this, Ryan. Would you encourage people to look into stock trading, like the swing trading aspect of it? I know you said the Robinhood app. Would you encourage this, or is this kind of like if you got money to kind of like lose, this is the kind of money, or not the money that you're not depending on? Is this kind of how you approach the stock trading aspect of things?
I think so, without a doubt. Yeah, listen, stock trading is risky. You know, you could lose everything. That's how it is. So if you're not willing to gamble a little bit, then I would suggest staying far, far, far away from stock trading.
From a Dave Ramsey point of view, are you investing this money after your IRA is like maxed out and everything? Is it like,
yes,
right? It's a responsible trade. It's not like I'm not doing this. Okay, cool.
Yes. So it's literally money that I would, the money that we trade with currently is money that the same money that I would use if we went to Vegas. So
okay,
it's money that we are willing to gamble with. But I do think that there is definitely money to be made in stock trading. And if I had the time to focus on it and learn it the right way, I do feel that I could make a decent amount of money doing it. But it's just not what my focus is, mostly because there's reselling. And for me, taking a product and selling it overnight for 100% gain, it's going to be hard to do that in the stock market repeatedly. And in reselling, that's what we do repeatedly. So I would rather put the money into product for reselling than put it into a stock.
Okay. What about digital products and stuff like that? Do you ever make money with digital products? Do you have any kind of ebooks or anything out there that's maybe on Kindle or CreateSpace, any of that kind of stuff?
We did a mentorship course with Chris Dunn. He does courses on, and Chris is really big into stock trading as well. He does a lot of stuff with Bitcoin. He's kind of like the expert on Bitcoin trading right now. So we did a course with him, and we took on like 25 students initially, and we helped get them up and reselling and stuff. For me right now, my focus is on putting out as much free content as I possibly can. And then, if we have time to take people on and mentor them, that's what we want to do. In reselling, for me, if you need mentorship, in my opinion, it needs to be something that is almost walking the person hand in hand, not just here's the information. Because with reselling, let's be honest, all of the information is out there.
Somewhere.
So what you're paying for is the guidance of someone who's done it really well before, right?
Access or organization, correct?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
Let's talk about perfecting that eBay while on vacation. So you don't put vacation mode, you just put the handling time to 5. And was this kind of like an experimentation? Did you ever try vacation mode at first? Did you go to 2-day handling without vacation mode?
Yes.
And then you realize like paying someone really quickly to come in like once every X amount of days to ship things off. Am I right about that?
Yes, you are.
Would it be safe to say that your inventory has to be really, really organized for that, right?
Yes.
How do you organize that stuff? Is it pre-boxed? Is it in bins? Like when the person comes in, how do you make sure that this person has no It's not just sitting there looking for something for an hour.
We use the bin system, so we have a whole bunch of bins with letters on it, and then we put the letter in the title. There's easier ways to do it. You can do an Excel sheet and search it that way, but for us, it's easier just to, when we list the item, we put the bin number and letter and number of the item, and then when it sells, it's very easy because it's in the title of the listing for a person to say, okay, that's A23. Let me go to the bin and pull it. So,
okay. Do you love having a warehouse? I mean, you don't live there, do you? Or do you?
No.
Okay. No. Well, some people do. I mean,
you could. It's a pretty nice space.
The pallet comes down. You put the mattress on.
It's a decent space. I love having a warehouse. Yeah, I'm the type of person who I don't work well from home, so I need a place to go and work. You know what I mean? And then when I leave the warehouse, my work kind of stops, and I can enjoy my life instead of constantly working.
I like that.
Yeah.
So Raiken said, I like that, but then I think Raiken, you're not much of a coffee shop kind of guy, or are you? Like, I thought you always work. I go
in phases. Like, there's only so much time that I could work at home until the distraction will take over. So, like, my new thing lately, since a lot of the work I do is directly from the laptop, I'll just drive to different places. Like, even be in my car, like at the top of a mountain with my laptop connected to my hotspot, just doing work. Like, that's awesome. Weird, really, really weird things nowadays, just to be, just to make it different and just fun.
Just climbing mountains.
Hey guys, you know where the top of this mountain is? So Ryan,
yes.
Quick thing. Let's talk about your warehouse. How big is this thing? When you walk into, what's kind of like the layout? Like, is there a certain section for like chill? Is there like a foosball table somewhere? Is it like inventory everywhere?
Here, let me pick the camera up and see if I can kind of show you.
Oh, behind the scenes. Here we go.
So there's the warehouse.
Oh, cool.
Couch.
Nice.
I love that flag.
American flag. American
flag. I'm a South African American.
Nice.
So yeah, so the warehouse is 1,450 square feet, something like that.
It's not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a decent space. I mean, it's for what we do with only the two of us or three of us. It's definitely enough space for what we're trying to do.
Do the dogs ever come over there and just run around and tear up the place?
Yeah, almost every day. Almost every day. Yeah.
Cool. So let's talk about now the last 3 places you visited. Oh, actually, I want to backtrack one second. So you did the stock trading thing. You make money while traveling doing the stock trading thing. You do FBA, where you do big shipments before you leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you do eBay. You have someone coming in and messing with your inventory, messing with the handling, the shipping, and all that kind of stuff. Have you ever worked like just for chump change in another country? Like, I'll scrub some pans for like $10. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, have you ever done anything like that in any of the countries you've been to?
I haven't personally, but I think that's a great idea. I think it's a great way to travel. If you want to go see places and you don't really have money to do it, you could still go and get a job overseas and travel. Yeah. I haven't personally done it though.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You traveled to a lot of places. You ever been mugged or anything like that? Anything weird?
Nope. I mean, the funny thing about other countries is that when they see a person with a lot of tattoos, usually, tattoos in other countries usually mean gang. So it's rare that they'll approach me unless it's to say I like your tattoos.
Very careful with what they say about the tattoos.
Yeah. Wow. And I mean, we've been in like the slums of China. So when you travel, to me, it's just not being stupid. Like, don't wear flashy jewelry, don't wear super expensive clothes, and don't be a douchebag. You know what I mean? Like, if you're nice to people and if you're respectful of their culture, they're more than likely will be nice to you as well.
Terry Berry says, "Who is gonna F with those arms?" Hey, that's a good compliment, Ryan.
I mean, I'm not on your level yet. But I'm getting there.
Yeah, man. You come to Austin. Next meetup, I'm not even kidding. We're going to have like HIIT workouts and gym sessions and all kinds of stuff. We ain't messing around for the next one. But still, Austin sucks. Don't move here. So let's talk about, there was one, okay. So let's talk about the last 3 places that you visited. So let's take the 4-week trip as one trip, right?
Okay, yeah.
What did you learn about, let's talk about what did you learn about the cultures in those places? Are they like fast forward? I mean, if people look at USA, it's like fast forward, like everyone's just like, like going super fast. But you go to some of these other countries like Spain, France, and it's like they're giving siestas and everyone's like holding hands and, you know, everyone's chill. What did you notice about these places that you recently visited on that 4-week trip?
I would say like Iceland, for example, the people of Iceland are so not money motivated. It is so refreshing. You know what I mean? Like people in other countries, like places like Iceland, they just don't care about how much money you have, you know? And if you go over to those countries and you're like throwing cash around and you're like, oh, I'm this, you know, badass with a whole bunch of money, you won't be respected. That's not what they care about.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's just not the lifestyle that it's not the kind of lifestyles that they look for. So Iceland is amazing. It's incredibly expensive over there. it's crazy expensive. It was like $18 for a beer.
What?
Yeah, and I'm talking like
for
just
like crap beer.
Yeah, for like crap beer. We went to
go there. Why'd you go there, man?
It's a great destination.
Yeah, I mean, you go there. You don't go there to drink. You go there for the scenery. You know, we did the glacier hiking.
$18, dude. That's crazy, Ryan.
It is. And then the reverse is we went from Iceland to Scotland, which Scottish is get as drunk as you can for as cheap as you can.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? And I can say that because I'm half Scottish. My dad was born in Glasgow, so. But yeah, Scotland is awesome. Honestly, the trip was amazing. It really was. You just gotta go. You know.
Yeah.
Was your wife a crazy traveler before you, or were you kind of like bringing her on board with your?
She's definitely traveled more. I mean, but we've been together since we were 20 years old. So,
gotcha, yeah.
But she's always been down to travel. I mean, I spent when I was like 21, I spent a month in the Dominican, and she came out there for like 10 days and stayed with me out there.
Punta Cana.
Yeah, Punta Cana. That's a completely. I won't tell you that story. That's a crazy story. I actually worked. I ran like a nudist resort out there.
Oh my!
Dude, what?
That story sounds awesome.
This is where the show's going down now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. Let me get a shout out to Persian Profit Bandit who super chatted $10, dude. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, you're getting all the super chats.
That says, thanks for the info. I made so much money from the videos. You're welcome, Persian Profit Bandit. Boy, as much as I want to know about this nudist thing, we gotta keep going with the show.
Not as cool as you would think.
Yeah, I was actually in Punta Cana like earlier this year, but then I only went to like the resort part of Punta Cana, and like I remember from the airport to the resort, it was just like guided, like I don't know what you call it. It's not like a what do I? You know, it was interesting, right? But I was in like a dedicated, like not a limo, but like something else.
Yeah, it's one of the scariest places to drive I think ever. At one point, I got on the back of like a moped scooter with one of the local people there, and we drove around, and it was terrifying. It was awesome, but it was terrifying.
Yeah. So I don't think I have an accurate portrayal like much like you had of the country because I got whisked to like this awesome resort, and that's where I was. All I remember is like on the beach when you're trying to lay out, you hear parasailing. Like everywhere you go, parasailing. Like that's all they want to sell you is parasailing. Super annoying. I'm like trying to like enjoy myself, and you just hear parasailing like thousands of times in like an hour.
You should have gone parasailing.
I don't want to go.
Did you go parasailing, dude?
No. Anyway, I thought it was kind of funny. Like, you know how sometimes you go to like Mexico and stuff, and like the people bother you, chicle, you know. But like this was.
You go to Tijuana?
Yeah, Tijuana, right? Yeah, it's always chicle. But yeah, I thought it was like really interesting. Oh, and there's always like someone that goes up and down the beach, like, hey man, what do you need? Drogas, like, what do you need? And you can tell him anything and he'll find it for you, or he'll have it on him. Up and down the beach, like an actual public beach with like tourists everywhere, like these druggy people are walking up and down the beach. It's crazy, man.
But that's fun. That's the point. Go see
Yeah, that's cool.
Experience it, yeah.
I may or may not have bought some stuff from them. I'm just kidding. I didn't. So let's talk about your perfect lifestyle setup. What is the perfect lifestyle setup? I mean, I don't think anybody's really there. Are you there, Ryan, right now?
No, definitely not. I mean, I think there's always room to grow. Even if you think you have the perfect life, there's always something that you can at least grow in, whether it be, you know, health or spiritual or financial, whatever you're looking for. Our perfect life would be, I think I would like to travel like 3 to 6 months a year. And then instead of having the one thing that I don't want is that like big mansion. I would rather have 5 houses in different countries, different locations that I can go to, instead of that one big house. So yeah.
Okay. Raiken.
I like that.
Do you agree with that?
I like diversify too. In case
I was actually thinking about that too, and I have to say I agree 100% because even if I did have a mansion or you had a mansion, Ryan, like after a while, it's like getting a new car. You just get bored of it and you want something different. I think,
no doubt.
And I think there's some personalities that would fit more with just the one nice thing or the one nice mansion. But yeah, I agree, man. I think that's a cool lifestyle.
And I like I think it's Grant Cardone. I think it's his principle that's buy a place. When you buy a house, buy a place that you can rent easily. We try to follow that principle as well, so that if we do need to leave, we can rent our place out very easily.
Okay, cool. Do you have any things on your horizon? Like, okay, you live in Florida, but what's the next? If you had to buy another house somewhere, like where would you? Everyone thinks about this kind of stuff. Where would you buy?
What zip code are you in?
This place was terrible, man. Don't go to Austin, bro. Like, seriously, there's 0 pallets here. There's like not
ghost town.
Yeah, there's no liquidations going on. There's nothing here, man. They have a pallet free zone in the entire city. So you can't even like. There's none of that, man. We have plastic bag bans, and we have pallet bans too. So can't see any of that here, man.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We're still kind of visiting places. Are you if you're talking about in America? I'm not really sure. We would like to go check out some different cities. We'll be in Savannah this weekend, actually. So if anybody's in Savannah and you want to meet up, let me know. But yeah, I don't know. I really liked Austin though. Texas is cool.
Man, oh, dude, that part of like the show right there when you say I really like Austin, man.
It's just the tacos. The tacos over there are so good.
Tacos are good. Hey, Eric, how many times did we go to Taco Deli in like the 2 weeks?
At least 10 times.
My biggest regret was not getting tacos to take home. Well, I would get a taco every time to take home, but then I would eat it while I was there. It was that good.
The only thing that Austin doesn't have, or Texas doesn't have, that we have in Florida is Publix. You guys don't know about
Publix subs.
Publix subs. That's right. That's right.
Chicken tender subs, baby.
Yeah, I have a Publix I can walk to. Yeah, it's the best sub of any sub. It's
like an HEB kind of. It's like their own
That's what I heard. Publix was like
and they make good subs.
Man, Casper coming in with the Publix on that one. All right. So let's talk about where your business will be in 5 years, Ryan. What do you see in 5 years?
In 5 years, I would like to have the eBay side of things completely self-managed. So running itself from shipping to sourcing, basically. I would like it all managed. I know it's a tough thing to do, but
eBay valet without the eBay valet.
Pretty much, yeah. So I would like that completely handled. On the Amazon side, I'd like to maybe introduce a few private label products. We have a few different business ideas in mind for Amazon. But in 5 years' time, I don't know. I would like the business set up so that it's making us enough money to be able to leave when we want to and hire some more people and give them opportunity as well. Okay.
And then, so let's talk about how people can follow your journey one more time, Ryan.
It's just Rally Roots on YouTube, RALLI, and then Roots, ROOTS. That's our YouTube channel. Yeah, we would love to. We're trying to grow that channel, and it's going well. We're fairly new to YouTube. We've only been doing it for about 6 months.
Oh my gosh, 6 months at like what, 11,000? How many do you have now?
11,000 something. I'm not sure.
Raiken, did you hear that? 6 months, 11,000.
Dude, they put out good content. It's very manicured.
I agree, but nice. It's like Raiken. Like we came from like the school of hard knocks, man.
The community is growing, and if you put out really good content, like Ryan does, you will get your name out there. And there's not many resellers who are putting out high quality, like edited, like really cool content like Ryan's doing. So there's no surprise that he's growing that fast. And I'm excited to see where his YouTube channel is in five years, man. You'll be having one of those plaques on the walls. I can feel it already.
Oh yeah,
that'll be great. Yeah,
cool. So that's pretty much it. We'll reserve like 1 or 2 minutes for open Q&A, guys. If we can get to 130, Raiken, what was it?
I don't want to put anybody under the bus right now, but Eric agreed earlier that if we get 130 likes, he would put lipstick on, put a dress on, and dance to, what song was it, Chris?
The Mambo Number 5. It's an old school song. It's really terrible.
Was that a Teen Wolf?
You had to just have to put a tiny bit. Like this is your fault, Eric, for being right in front of that like behemoth of a makeup studio thing. Anyway, 22 more likes away. Yeah, I know. Well, let's see if we can get some.
Switch the lights off.
DP is in the dark. Oh my god. Let me see if I can get some questions in here. Questions. Come on, bring them in. Bring them in. Ryan, can we borrow you for like 2 to 5 more minutes? Is that cool?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, cool. I want to get a couple questions like straight. Hey, Raiken, by the way, guess what? We blasted through the outline. It's done. Yes. It's a triumph, trust me. Oh, Bicky's Restorations, $5 on Super Chat. Thank you so much.
Dude, you get like a world record. You never get Super Chats, and like all of a sudden, like you just got Super Chat blasted.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to shout these people out, man. Vicky's Restoration. So hopefully you guys and gals are loving the content. If there's any way we can, hey, and also if you guys have someone else that you want us to interview on, future Green Room shows, please let us know. But here we have Ryan Roots from the Rally Roots channel. It's the first link down below.
We'll have to do it again when Allie's feeling better.
Yes, we have to. And you can wear that purple wig again.
No problem.
That's pretty cool. I like how you do your intro. Your intro is very signature. Is that kind of like how you sign your channel now, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot.
It reminds me of like Captain Planet or something.
Yeah.
She reminds me of like a Final Fantasy character or like a cosplay character, like just the way she looks, man. She's a beautiful girl, you know?
Thank you. I appreciate it. We do actually cosplay a bit.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's one of the things we love to do. We go to the Comic-Cons and we dress
Johnny Cage, right?
Yeah, I do Johnny Cage. Yeah.
Oh, I could totally see a Johnny Cage with you, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Johnny Cage.
I do Johnny Cage.
I do Casper.
That's right. That's on your Insta, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. What was she in that picture though? I remember
She and like a few of her friends dress up as unicorns. So they have like the horns and like they wear tutus and stuff. I don't know. They get a lot of attention at the Comic-Cons though.
Do you go to like the Tampa Comic-Con? Or do you go to like California?
No, we go to as many as we can. I've never been to the San Diego one, and we're gonna miss I think the Tampa Con is in 2 weeks, and we're gonna be in Mexico, so we're gonna miss that one. But our favorite one is in Atlanta. It's called Dragon Con. That's my favorite one to go to. That one is so cool because they literally shut down. It's like almost the entire downtown area, and it's in 5 different hotels downtown, and it's like 150,000 people. It's crazy.
What's it called?
It's called Dragon Con.
Okay, cool.
Oh, this is really that sounds awesome right there. That is sick.
There you go. Yeah, I do Goku as well.
So sick. that is
awesome.
So fun, dude. Cons are fun. I tell people it's like a less pretentious Halloween party. It's just a bunch of people dressed up, like running around and drinking and having a good time. It is what it is.
And you should have some knowledge of like what you're dressing up as, right? Like you wouldn't want to be Panthro from the Thundercats and never watch an episode of Thundercats. Like you gotta know your stuff a little bit, right?
For sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. So why Johnny Cage? Let me ask you this real quick about the Johnny Cage thing. Do you play Mortal Kombat a whole lot, or did you back in the day?
I did. Yeah, I loved Mortal Kombat back in the day. I haven't really played the new one. I played it a little bit, but yeah, Johnny Cage was always my favorite.
He had that vicious like sweep kick, like that side kick.
You just like punching people in the balls. Oh, that's what Johnny Cage did to Goro.
That's right.
All right.
Can you do the splits?
No, I can't do this.
And one last super chat from Jack All Britain, $5. Thank you so much. All right, so let me see if I can get a question real quick. I think that might be the end of the show here. Didn't see any questions. I mean, people are just really liking the show and just yeah.
A lot of great feedback in the comments.
So, Eric, I gotta tell you one thing. You escaped the lipstick. All right, we didn't get to 130 likes. Raiken, we tried.
I was pushing hard, but people, I guess they didn't want to see him with lipstick. So we respect that.
I mean, I have beautiful red lips as is, so it doesn't matter if I put on lipstick.
As a general rule, I'm pretty sure that CP will not do a show from that place again. I can just tell.
Dude, I'm going to. Sorry.
There's a question for me real quick. Chris, am I going to ACL limits this year? Yes, I am. Lucky. It's amazing. Have you been to ACL, Ryan?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, that is amazing. I was telling Eric about it yesterday.
I was actually in Austin when it was going on last year.
What?
I know, and I heard the music from like my friend's condo.
Oh,
but we didn't get to go.
Okay, well, if you end up coming one of the years, let me know. You can crash at my place.
Sweet.
I'll tell you right now. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's the show. Go check out his channel down below, his and her channel down below. It's the same channel. It's the first link down below. The second link down below is also about the 100 amazing items to resell guide that we have. It's a Green Room University exclusive guide that you can get for free. It's the second link down below. Go check that out. Third link down below is the Green Room University, our video, and telling you what's in the university and everything like that. It was a pleasure, right, Raiken, right, CP, to interview Ryan.
Awesome.
And we definitely got to get you on when your wife is,
for sure,
back into working status.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys having me on the channel, by the way.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. I just can't believe you got 11K in 6 months. That's a huge accomplishment. So, guys, let's get this guy to 12K. And my dogs are gonna bark right now when the show is coming to an end.
That means it's
terrible.
over.
That's so funny.
But yeah, we want to see. Maybe we can get you to speak at like the event next year, or something cool like that, Ryan.
Sure.
We'll get you involved, man. You definitely have that good business mindset. You like to travel. You value lifestyle, which is huge. Not many people really see the light when it comes to lifestyle.
Right.
And so we definitely want to have both you guys on another show. Maybe we can put on Raiken's channel or College Pickers. All right, man.
Sounds good. Sounds
Appreciate
great,
it, Ryan.
All right, the like button. We will see you on the next Green Room Hangout. Take it easy.
Thanks for having me, guys. See ya.
Thank you.